Aloha and welcome. This is Diane Vick. I am a registered nurse, a hypnotist, and a health coach, and I usually help women with anxiety, digestive issues, and severe stress tackle those symptoms by becoming more aware of their body. And that's what this crappy to happy little pre-class is about. It's really about understanding why are we feeling so stressed out and overwhelmed now amidst the crisis and all these other things that are happening in our environment, or maybe inside our homes that is actually triggering symptoms in our body, but also creating anxiety and stress that we are experiencing because our bodies are receiving all this feedback from the environment around us. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen now so you can see the slides. Here's a beautiful cherry blossom tree. When we go into the meditation later, that's where I'm going to take you to see a cherry blossom tree. The journey all started quite a while ago. This is a picture of when I first started my journey into wellness and how I ended up finally publishing this book, The Truth About IBS and Anxiety. And it started at a time when I was a mom of 2 little boys and my husband was traveling. I was getting my master's degree, but my body was completely falling apart. And I had chronic pain. At this point, my body had been numb on the right side for maybe at least 10 years. Up to by now, it was 20 years at one point. But I was basically feeling very, very ill. I had, on this particular day that I picked up my son, my 2 kids at school, they were very excited and they wanted to play with mommy and have fun. My oldest was about 5 and my little one was somewhere between 2.5 and 3. So very active and needy at that stage. And they wanted mommy's attention, but mommy wasn't feeling well. And on that particular day, I had a horrible headache. My body was aching. I was fatigued and I just couldn't even stand talking to my kids. And that is not the type of mom that I am. So it was a really, really rough day. Proceeded that my oldest took care of me and watched his brother and made sure he was entertained for a little while mommy recovered with ice pack, and he gave me Gatorade and Tylenol. It helped me feel a little bit better. Finally, when I felt semi-normal and I got the day going and started cooking their meals and, being the typical mommy, when I put them off to bed, I realized that this was not the mommy that I wanted to be. I wanted to be able to be active with them and involved in their life and feeling happy. And feeling sick like this, and if you look at the pictures, my skin was very pale. I was bloated and swollen and inflamed, and I had just so many symptoms because they were really going through my entire body. I put a little quote there that's actually on my wall, and I didn't find it until a couple months ago. Life is about using the whole box of crayons and coloring outside the lines. And that's really what I've figured out on my journey from conventional medicine into the holistic realm and how you can combine the two to really find your own natural healing process, is going outside the box and finding whatever works for you to help you deal with stress and anxiety as it arises. I do have a podcast and I have that book. So if you want a free copy, I will send a free copy. Just send me a message and I will send you that book gladly so you can understand a little bit more about the strategies that I teach. This class, which is a free class, covers some strategies from the book, but some other ones that I learned along the way after I published the book. And you can always listen to my podcast and check it out. I like to combine the conventional realm of medicine with the holistic realm as I'm learning new techniques and new strategies to really open up people's minds that they can heal the body, and it all starts within. The first thing I do like to talk about a lot in all my programs is the root cause of our symptoms. So we might be experiencing symptoms right now inside our bodies. Some people may be having chronic headaches, migraines, digestive symptoms, pain in the physical body, like chronic pain or inflammation, high blood pressure, whatever it may be. There's a root cause to every symptom and every disease that we have in our body. Now, the thing that I learned on my journey, which was kind of hard for me to grasp for the first couple of years, was that it's not just the physical inflammation and stress that's happening in the body. There's actually also an emotional root to all the symptoms that we experience. And in the journey through that process, I realized that really what I initially thought was diet, nutrition, and fitness was the secret to healing all of my symptoms and disease. But actually tackling the emotional at the same time is really where the power came in. And I realized, I would say more than 80% of what we feel in our body is linked to that emotional component. And there's so many different ways that we can help calm that nervous system and the body when we're feeling stressed out, anxious, overwhelmed, and getting all this input and feedback from the environment, which we're all experiencing right now in the middle of this whole COVID-19. And there's so many things coming at us. I kind of skipped the last slide, but basically the last slide was talking how we can just breathe in deeply and release stress in the moment. And I'll give you a strategy a little bit later. But these are some of the things that you might be experiencing right now in the midst of this crisis. Maybe you're dealing with customers that are overwhelmed and stressed and they're taking it out on you. Maybe some people are being rude and bullying, whether it's at the market or whether it's in your work environment. Maybe you're in a house with a bunch of kids that are overwhelmed and stressed because they've been stuck inside all the time. Or maybe there's family members that are sick and ill, and you have that extra challenge and stress of trying to keep them safe and healthy. There's just so many things that impact us on a daily basis that causes us to experience stress in our bodies. And it's a normal response for our body to experience stress. It's how we survive. It's our survival mode. But there is a way to shut down that survival mode and help us live more in a relaxed state as we become more aware of our body and tackle the symptoms as they arise. So what is crappy to happy? Well, I'm going to take you through a little journey. We're going to do a couple of activities just so you can see the difference in how you feel in your body to become more aware. Because some people are aware, very aware of what's going on in their body, but some people might not be sure what they're experiencing. So I want to guide you in a little journey through experiencing things and then some fun little strategies to help us tackle the stress quickly in the moment to feel that shift that I'm talking about. So there might be a lot of experiences now that you're having where you feel like things are falling apart and landing on your shoulders. Maybe you had an argument with someone as you woke up in the morning and the day continues to get worse and things continue to happen and now you stumble and fall and all of these things keep happening and your mood keeps changing. And that's what can happen if we don't take action early on when we're starting to feel these symptoms. So here I have some different emotions: guilt, sadness, anger, shame. If we wake up in the morning with these emotions or something happens during the day where we experience these emotions, what actually tends to happen is we start to attract more of those emotions towards us. So people that are experiencing similar situations will come into our experience and then make our experience a little bit harder. But it's just what we are sending out is what's coming back in. I'll give you a little example. There was a particular situation back in November where I was not in a good mood. I woke up in a bad mood. I woke up in a grumpy mood and I didn't take action. I didn't follow through with my normal strategies. And by the time this phone call came in, I was stressed out and I knew I shouldn't answer that phone call, but I did. Well, what came to me was exactly what I was putting out in the world. And this person was not happy. And there was no way to please him because what he wanted was out of my job description and I could simply not do that even though I did everything in my power to get him exactly what he needed the best I could. That proceeded to throw me into a stress response. And what happened in the stress response is I actually had fatigue, chronic pain, severe sadness for days. And it all happened because of this particular situation that I hadn't resolved. Now, what the interesting thing is I wasn't really processing the stress of that particular moment. I was actually processing stress from the past, but it took me some time to realize where it was coming from. One of the things that I realized over the past few months is that as a child in special needs classes, I was actually bullied and teased and people treated me the way this man did. He was very, very rude, very mean and down-putting and kind of overwhelming. But he connected me to that little girl. And that's what usually happens when we're in that stressful situation. There's something that happened in our childhood that we weren't able to process and deal with at the time because we are not taught how to deal with our emotions when we're little kids. It's a simple fact that nobody teaches us that. And because we're not able to process it, this stress continues to live inside our bodies. And as we experience different things, the emotions come back and sometimes they can be pretty drastic and you feel a lot of symptoms in your body. But there are ways that we can use our awareness in the moment to actually relieve the stress that is happening as it arises so that it doesn't build up to that point of overwhelm. So many people are feeling overwhelmed right now because of this whole COVID-19 and being trapped inside their houses. But there are ways to relax your body. So that's why I strive for 5. I use many other strategies, but these are just a few. The biggest one and the most important one that I learned along the way was to breathe deeply. Our bodies automatically breathe, and it's magical that we can breathe and live healthy lives because our body breathes for us. But when we're stressed out, that normal breathing pattern is not effective in releasing our stress. So the breath I teach in the book and in all the classes that I share is the 5-5-5 breath. And it's a very simple process. If you know how to count to 5, then you can inhale for a count of 5, hold briefly for a count of 5, and slowly exhale for a count of 5. Now, once you learn the breath and you practice it a few times, you no longer have to count anymore because you're just aware of how much you can expand your lungs, how long can you hold it for, and then you slowly release it. And when you do that breath several times, whenever you're feeling stressed out, you will notice that your energy changes, your mind calms down, it stops racing, and your body calms down too. So that's one of the easiest things that I have used to help me relax. And a lot of my clients say it's a life changer, just being aware and changing the breath. The other thing that I started doing back when this incident occurred was handwriting. And I wasn't aware of this at all before I published a book, because I actually met a colleague when I was getting ready to publish the book that was writing a book about handwriting. And it's a specific form of handwriting that works on the subconscious mind and reprograms those self-limiting beliefs that we experienced when we were little kids. Now, I didn't understand it, but I completely went through with it and started to love the process as I wrote these words. And I'll show you later, I can send you a video about the handwriting practice itself. But it's just this beautiful handwriting practice. You sit down in the morning. It's a form of meditation. It takes less than 10 minutes. Sometimes maybe it'll take 15 minutes to write on a sheet of paper. But it's really calming to the body just to do these letters. So I started off with the letters of my first name. Started with the letter D. Eventually, it evolved into other letters. And now I'm doing completely different letters because I'm going through the whole alphabet. But I did realize how sticking to that one letter for 40 days really helped me process emotions and be more aware of the things that I was experiencing when I would have obstacles and challenges coming my way. So if you want to learn more about that, definitely let me know. The other one is the picture in the middle is the self-love hug. So I write about it in the book, but back when I took this picture, I had no idea that I was gonna use this in my book, or that self-love hug was something I was gonna do on a regular basis to help me calm my body, relax my nervous system, and settle my mind. But eventually it did. It came into my practice, and it's something that I do all the time. So it's something very easy that you can do any single time that you're feeling stressed out. I can do it all day long. Sometimes I'll be watching TV and get in that little position and do my deep breath and realize how it calms me down. Sometimes you might notice that you're just watching a TV show or the news and they talk about something and suddenly you feel stressed, and it's like this instant turn on of your stress response. Just combining that breath and that position is very relaxing. The other thing that I do every single day is stretch and move. So our muscles, our tissues, our tendons, everything in our body is meant to move. We're not meant to be sitting on a couch all day or sitting in front of a TV all day. We're actually meant to be moving. And what happens as we age, our body starts to shrivel and shrink and atrophy because we're not moving as much. And one of the things that I learned in the process as I regained control of the right side of my body was that it was tight and tense, and that's why I was numb. The muscles had been shrinking and shriveling for years. Started when I was 15 with my right arm, eventually progressed all the way down my right complete side, impacting the hip, the joints, everything. So as I started to stretch and move the body more, I realized how stress wasn't impacting me as much in that particular symptom that I had been experiencing for so long. So movement and stretch is huge. And if you find an exercise that you like, whether it's baseball like my kid, or rock climbing like my other one, or dancing, which is what I love to do, anything that you enjoy that gets your body moving, and then you slowly take time to recover and stretch from it, is such a powerful way to help your body flow and release stress and energy. One of the classes that I teach, which is actually a free class, is called Dance Release, where I combine a deep stretch with all these other strategies, the breathing and the relaxation, and also a dancing class where I bring in music to help us flow our body and feel how we can relieve stress, simply by listening to songs that we enjoy on the radio. And the last one to really help us thrive, that I think is real foundation for everything, is nutrition. It's so important for us to eat foods that are healthy for our bodies. Some of the foods that I talk about that are inflammatory in my book is sugar. Sugar is in everything, so it's really important to monitor food labels and make sure that you're trying to avoid sugar and corn syrup and cornstarch and all those things that they add to make things sweet. Our body does not process them well, and it creates more stress and inflammation, not only in our tissues, but also in our brain. Some of the other foods that I talk about that are inflammatory is gluten and dairy, and those should be used in moderation depending on the person. Everyone's unique and we all digest food differently, and you should learn what your body tells you by listening to the signs. If you eat something that makes you feel fatigued and tired after, like I used to feel when I ate pizza, that's when I realized gluten was not my friend. So it takes a lot of awareness, but there are so many things that you can incorporate into your routine to actually help support your body and feel more relaxed and calm. And nutrition is a big part of that. Strategies to release stress. So we talked about the writing. That is something I do every single morning. It's a very relaxing process. I also journal. I do invite you to do journaling. I try to journal every day. It might not happen every day, but at least if you get a few notes down, or sometimes when I'm watching TV, I get all these epiphanies and I write all these notes for what I want to teach. It's a very healing thing, because sometimes when you write things down, emotions will come up. And you might notice that something that you want to do tomorrow is kind of stressful. And there's a time and an opportunity now to actually do your strategies and release that stress as you're writing into your journal. Meditation and hypnosis was really a huge changing factor for me. I started my journey and it seemed like it was going turtle speed for years. I was on that journey for more than 5 years. And then finally I found hypnosis, and I realized that the reason why I kept getting stuck and wasn't really transforming things for myself, even though I was making progress, things kept getting stuck and in the way. Once I realized that the subconscious mind, those self-limiting beliefs and negative thoughts that were ingrained when I was a little kid, were the ones that were stopping me from doing the things that I wanted to do, like teach classes and go live on social media and just bust up and teach something. All of that was self-limiting beliefs that were stopping me. So until I did hypnosis, I didn't see those things start to evolve. I talked already about how important it is to move and stretch your body and make sure you use good nutrients and nutritious food to support your mind and body to heal and repair as we remove all this stress from our body. And the things that I teach are very deep self-loving strategies to align your chakras, to balance your emotions, and to release these negative thoughts that are ingrained in our subconscious mind. And we're going to do a little meditation at the end that's going to help you feel that alignment as I guide you through a little relaxation session. And it does use hypnosis in the meditation. So all of these strategies are multi-sensory. The fun things that we're going to be looking at now, which are these strategies. First off, let's think of something stressful. So maybe you had a stressful experience today, or maybe something happened this week. So just take a deep breath and close your eyes and really connect with yourself and see what you feel in your body. Maybe you have a tense spot, a sore spot. Maybe it made your stomach get upset, or you got a knot in your throat. Whatever it was that arose is perfect. And that's just your body showing you how aware you are, but sometimes we ignore that awareness. Taking another deep, long breath. and just connect with those feelings in your body, that feeling of stress, overwhelm, maybe anxiety or sadness, whatever it may be. Taking another deep, slow breath. Hold briefly and exhale slowly. And notice how your body relaxes just with that simple practice. Now we're going to do something a little silly. One of the things that I do, and my kids think I'm weird, but it doesn't matter. I have a bird and I like to whistle. And I notice that when I whistle, you actually release a lot of emotion. So what happens is we'll have a conversation with someone and we don't tell them exactly how we feel. And those emotions get trapped in our body. And sometimes we get the knot in our throat, which tends to be such a huge thing for me. I always had a knot in my throat, like if I swallowed a rock. But whistling actually helps release that stress. And it's something that you can do anytime. And you can actually whistle without actually making noise, but just simply blowing out the air is very relaxing. So I'm sure you remember whistle while you work. So try it now. I can't whistle very well because I'm still working on building this skill, but it has gotten better just by practice. And I realize how being silly and looking at myself in the mirror as I whistle actually helps relax my body. So try and shift it now and do a little whistle. So hopefully you whistled and now you feel a little different, maybe a little silly for acting like a little kid, but really in order to tackle the stress that we experience, we have to connect with that inner child again and experience fun and joy like we used to when we were little kids. And we don't get to have time for that a lot when we're adults. We have this busy life, we have this hectic schedule and tons of responsibilities, and there's not much time for fun in that mix. What I like to teach is that you can always find a few minutes to have some fun and be silly in a private space all by yourself and not worry what everybody else is thinking about you. So I do invite you to try that one day. When you're feeling stressed out, go to the bathroom, lock the door if you need to get away from people, and take in a deep breath and whistle and see how you feel. Now, the other two things that I talk about, the stretch and the dance, is definitely something that I would do in a different class. So I invite you to that dance release class where I would be doing new classes every week and making them a little bit different as you learn your body and become more aware of the areas that you're tender, sore, and tense, so we can really target those areas and release those emotions that are trapped there by combining it with different strategies. Now, laughing is so much fun, but we don't laugh enough. So doing silly things, like I said, helps us laugh at ourselves and kind of get over those stressful situations a little bit easier. So one of the things that I do all the time, as I said, I love to dance, is actually pick a song. So a song that you really enjoy, something that whenever it plays on the radio, you get a big smile on your face and you start dancing in the car. That would be the kind of song you would pick to do this activity. And I definitely guarantee that you're gonna laugh at yourself because it's funny. So you're gonna stand in front of the mirror, you're gonna play that song, and you're gonna dance to the beat and do whatever your body decides to go with and go with the flow. And notice how the stress just melts away as you look at yourself in the mirror and just acting silly. And that's all about connecting with our inner child and releasing stress in a unique way by just doing something fun. So now it's time for our meditation. This is the cherry blossom tree that I talked about. When we get to the meditation part of it, you're just gonna sit back and relax, and I'm gonna guide you through the meditation. But before we get to that, we'll just go to the next few slides for a minute. If you want a copy of the book, definitely let me know. I will mail a free copy. So I have this other course that's coming out in a couple weeks in July 1st. It's called Manifest Wellness. It's an 8-week crisis support class where I actually take you through that multi-sensory experience, creating more fun and joy with a support system. So a lot of times when we get stressed out, anxious, and overwhelmed, it's hard to get back on track when life seems to fall apart. But if you have a support system and you know you're getting these strategies on a weekly basis and you're seeing this silly person dancing, that helps you realize that you can do it too, and the power is within you, and your awareness and action is what sets you free. So I do invite you to register for that. You register for that this week, then I will give you a discount, and you can also win one of these shirts. I know a lot of people like them. The Badass Woman in Me honors the badass woman in you. And if you're a man, you can win something else. I will give you some essential oils or something different. But basically, this is what I talk about in the book, the different areas that I work on in the Unleash technique, and how we can use nutrition and energetic release and dancing and holistic health to help us tackle the stress that we're feeling and those symptoms that we may be experiencing, depending on whatever symptom your body seems to show you all the time. So now we'll go into the meditations. This is the last slide, and she's just dancing and singing. So you can lay back and relax. And I'm going to play the meditation, which I actually recorded yesterday. I invite you to relax deeper and deeper. Settle back into that comfortable position and allow your body to sink deeper and deeper into this meditation with each deep, slow breath. That's right. Simply breathing, relaxing, and letting go helps your body sink into a deep sense of calm and relaxation. I invite you now to take in a deep, slow breath, hold briefly, and exhale slowly. And notice how your body relaxes and lets go of any stress you may be feeling. And each deep, slow breath helps you feel more peaceful, calm, and relaxed. That's right. Allow the sound of my voice and any noises that may arise to help you sink deeper and deeper into a trance, completely relaxed and letting go. There is nothing to do and nothing to think about. We're simply breathing, relaxing, and letting go. And the more you let go, the more relaxed you feel. And your mind becomes clear, peaceful, calm, and relaxed, feeling a deep sense of tranquility throughout your body. I invite you now to picture or imagine or visualize the last moment you may have felt stressed or anxious this week. Anything that comes up is absolutely perfect. You're completely safe here, and we're simply revisiting this moment. So just sit with that for a moment. Feel those sensations in your body. Feel the last time that you felt stressed or anxious, maybe worried, sad, or crappy. Whatever comes up is perfect. Notice the messages your body is sending you. Where do you feel the tension? Where do you feel the stress? What symptoms did your body give you? Whatever arises is perfect. This is your story. I am simply here to guide you into an awareness. That's right. Maybe you taste something on your tongue. Maybe you smell a specific scent. Your body is so magical that it sends you signs every day. So notice the signs that it gave you on that last moment that you felt stressed. And soon we will release them. What emotions did you feel? What feelings come up? Did you experience tension or pain? We're only revisiting this moment. Just briefly for a moment. You are completely safe here, and soon all those feelings, sensations, and emotions will vanish. That's right. Just feel them for a moment. Honor your body and use that awareness. And now we will let our awareness set us free from all that stress. I invite you now to take in another deep, slow breath. That's right. Breathe in deeply as you can and hold briefly. You are doing an amazing job. Now exhale slowly. And feel your body releasing all those emotions with each breath. That's right. Take in another deep, slow breath. Hold briefly and exhale slowly. And feel your body releasing stress with each breath. Your mind is relaxing and clearing up. That's right. Take in another deep, slow breath. Hold briefly. Exhale slowly. And feel your body releasing stress. Feel your mind is clearing. It is so easy for you to relax. And use your awareness to set you free. That's right. Simply breathing, relaxing, and letting go in the moment connects you with your inner sense of calm. Take in another deep, slow breath. Feel your body sinking deeper and deeper into a state of complete relaxation. That's right. Feel how your body relaxes 10 times deeper now, 10 times deeper than before. Now let's anchor these amazing sensations inside your body so you can easily connect to them anytime negative thoughts float into your mind. Maybe they will, or maybe they won't. But the simple practice will connect you deeper and deeper to your awareness and empower you to take action during the day if they do. So I invite you now to take in a deep, slow breath. Lay back deeper into that comfortable position. And I invite you to practice that self-love hug if you remember. Simply caressing your arms or your shoulders, crisscrossing your arms. Simply breathing, relaxing, and letting go. Feel how this simple, deep, slow breath and gentle caress helps you sink deeper and deeper into a state of complete relaxation. And with each number that I count now, for a count of 5, you will breathe in, hold briefly, and exhale slowly. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did an amazing job. With each count of those numbers, your body relaxed deeper and deeper into a state of complete relaxation. And anytime you feel any negative emotions or any negative thoughts that may pop into your mind, if they do or if they don't in your life, it's absolutely perfect. But you know you have the awareness within you to take in a deep breath, lay back in dragonfly or do that self-love hug, and take in a breath and release the stress in the moment. And now I'm going to say some powerful affirmations and relaxation simply to anchor these sensations and these feelings in your mind and your body. I am peaceful and calm. I am relaxed and peaceful. And
And I have the power within me to transform any negative thoughts easily with my breath and my awareness. And each day I do this if I need it. It gets easier and easier to shift the way I feel. And now let's take in another deep, slow breath. And as I count to 5, you will notice how you relax deeper and deeper. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did an amazing job. And this breath is so easy for you now. It's as easy as taking in a deep, slow breath, holding briefly, and exhaling slowly. And each time you take in a deep, slow breath, your body relaxes deeper and deeper. And now I invite you to imagine a beautiful cherry blossom tree in front of you. The beautiful tree has vibrant, pale pink flowers that are beginning to blossom and bloom. The tree is strong, immense, and powerful. It shows great strength every time the little flowers blossom and bloom. And the brilliant green leaves are relaxing and soothing and helping you connect deeper and deeper with this visualization. I invite you to breathe in deeply and notice that each deep breath you take creates a new beautiful pink blossom as it magically opens and blooms. And as these blooms magically open, you feel shifts inside your body, connecting you with your extraordinary strength, propelling you forward with power, and helping you grow deeper and deeper into a state of complete relaxation. That's right. With each deep, slow breath, your body relaxes and your immune system strengthens. And the beautiful pink blossoms in vibrant colors connect you with your inner strength and power. And the flowers blossom and bloom slowly with each exhale. And this amazing process boosts your immune system. It is that easy for you to relax and release stress. And the blossoms represent your own resilience, joy, and happiness. That's right. And each breath creates more brilliant, pink, colorful blossoms to emerge from the massive tree. And as these blossoms emerge, your nervous system relaxes and your immune system strengthens. And I invite you now to take in another deep, slow breath and feel how your nervous system is relaxing. And this amazing, powerful breath helps you relax deeper and deeper. This relaxation may feel so calm and peaceful that maybe you have some tingling sensations at the tips of your fingers or the tips of your toes. You are so peaceful, calm, and relaxed. And the next deep, slow breath, I invite you to imagine you are releasing any little bit of remaining stress from your body that you may have experienced today. That's right. And now you feel a deep sense of joy and happiness filling up your body. These happy, healthy hormones are flowing freely throughout your body, bringing a gentle smile to your face, a little tingle to your lips. Now you are simply breathing and feeling a deep sense of joy, peace, and tranquility. And all the beautiful blossoms are erupting effortlessly around this brilliant, vibrant, and gorgeous cherry blossom tree. These amazing sensations anchor in your body And all of these sensations, visualizations, and images calm your nervous system and boost your immune system. That's right. This beautiful tree is your tree of resilience, and this tree represents your inner strength and joy. And anytime you want to connect with these feelings, emotions, and sensations, all you have to do is simply close your eyes, take in a deep breath, and imagine your own cherry blossom tree. That's right. And watch those little blossoms slowly bloom and connect you with your own resilience, connecting you with your inner strength and power, allowing your extraordinary gifts to unveil themselves as you grow and evolve. That's right. You have done an amazing job today, and this simple practice has served you greatly. And any time you want to connect with these amazing sensations in your body, all you have to do is take in a deep, slow breath and imagine those pink cherry blossom leaves bloom, and connect with your inner sense of peace, calm, and tranquility. And this meditation and visualization will continue to support your subconscious mind and connect you with your inner strength and resilience. And anytime you want to listen to this audio again, you can simply play it and relax and release stress in a moment. You have done an amazing job, and today soon you will awaken, taking all of these amazing visualizations and sensations with you. And know that your mind has the power to release stress anytime you need. 1, your immune system is strong and powerful. And each time that you take a deep breath and release stress, it makes your immune system even stronger. 2, your nervous system is relaxed, and every time you see a color, pink, a shade of pink, it will connect you with your relaxation and resilience and remind you to take in a deep, slow breath. 3, you have connected with your inner sense of joy and happiness, and this meditation is always here to support you. And anytime you want to lay back and dragonfly or do a self-love hug, it will only reinforce these calming sensations in your body. 4, your inner strength and resilience is flowing easily throughout your body. And it had helped you connect today with your inner strength and power to grow and evolve with all your extraordinary gifts. 5, you may awaken now, taking all of these visualizations and sensations with you, feeling happy and relaxed and peaceful today.
Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. I decided while I was listening to that meditation that I was going to share a little quote. So I talked to you about gratitude. One of the things that came up in the cards that I read is a gratitude statement. So I wanted to share it. Gratitude is being thankful. It is appreciation for favors and warm response to kindness. When you draw this card, it gives you the opportunity to take a moment and really appreciate all you have in your life. Take a moment to feel the inner gratefulness for the blessings life has presented. Why do some people find it so difficult to say thank you? And why do others find it so difficult to accept? This card is often a reminder that a change in attitude changes lives. What is your response to life in general? Is it a positive or negative? Start each day with a gratitude attitude. This high energy card indicates great inner change, allowing a natural shift in attitude to occur. Little things may be irritating you or grating on your nerves. Often these annoying effects push you out of your comfort zone and give you the opportunity to really grow. Pay attention. Difficult situations can present opportunities for great growth. Challenges have made your light strong. It is time to move forward. It may not always seem so, but it is a great privilege to be on this planet at this time. Acknowledge the rightness of where you are. Be present in the moment. Perhaps drawing this card should serve as a reminder to show some well-deserved appreciation towards yourself and how far you have come. And I think that is perfect, because one of the things I told you to definitely try to do is every morning is wake up and shift that negative voice that may be constantly in your head into a voice of gratitude. And take in a deep breath as you lay back in that position and think of what are you grateful for in this world, the people that are around you, job that you have, or whatever it is that's really something that you're grateful for. Just live in that gratefulness. Before we end, I decided I was going to also read a piece from my book. So it opened up to this page, which I know was the hardest thing for me, was the resistance. So we all have our resistance to change, our resistance to really tackling the symptoms that we're having, or dealing with the stress, or maybe it's you want a new career, whatever it may be. We have our own internal resistance as our little boy or little girl gets scared and wants to stop us in our tracks. So let me read this little piece from the book. Resistance can stop you in your tracks, but it is a blessing in disguise. It is a curse because you feel like you can't get past the things in the beginning. You feel like you make some progress and fall back down on your butt. But now that you understand your perception, boundaries, and affirmations, you are ready to use the resistance to propel you forward. You can take the messages and change things. As you work through each obstacle and challenge, you become stronger and more resilient. You make changes much easier and effectively, and you notice the resistance loses its power over you. Then I talk about an obstacle and challenge that I had as I was writing the book. But basically, it's just letting you know that obstacles and challenges are always going to come in our way, but it's important to get back on track and use your awareness to take action whenever you're feeling stressed out and overwhelmed. I hope you learned something valuable today, and I do invite you to take that Manifest Wellness, which really is going to scale up the level and help support you through whatever stress you are experiencing right now. This is Diane Vick. Aloha.